Borderline Personality Disorder, The Complete Guide to Recovering from BPD Through Mindfulness and New Therapies by Franz Bement, narrated by Kenzy as Taha. Introduction. Borderline Personality Disorder (BPD) is the most frequent and weakening of all personality disorders, causes chaos and anguish for both the people and those who are concerned about the disorder. This self-educative book takes you into the world of BPD and shows you how you really live with BPD. You might read this book because you know or suspect that you suffer from BPD or some of its main symptoms. If so, expect to find a wealth of information, causes, and treatments for BPD. You might be a reader who cares or loves someone with BPD. By reading this book, you can find out why BPD people do what they do and how they better relate to them. Finally, even if you aren't in direct contact with a person with BPD, there is no question that you have a friend, a relative, a boss, or a competent person with BPD, or at least some influential symptoms. Even superficial relations with people with BPD can be surprising. This book can help you understand what is happening and how to deal with BPD's problems. Chapter 1. What is Borderline Personality Disorder, BDP? A borderline personality disorder is among the most prominent of the 10 DSM-5-TR personality disorders. Personality disorder is defined as a cluster of an individual's long-standing, ingrained characteristics. Such characteristics are usually observable by early adulthood, puberty, or even earlier, and result in maladaptive, detrimental patterns of behavior, perception, and connection to others. The diagnosis of personality disorders are separated by placement at a separate classification Axis II from most other psychiatric diseases. Other psychiatric illnesses such as depression, schizophrenia, drug abuse, and eating disorders are defined in Axis I. While Axis II is a long-term chronic behavioral disease, Axis I disorders are traditionally seen as time-limited, more biological, and more susceptible to medication. Axis I symptoms usually recede so that people can return to their natural role between disease exacerbations. Persons with diagnosed personality disorders generally express dysfunctional characteristics even after the acuity problem has been resolved. Cure usually takes a long time since it involves changing behavior patterns significantly. Personality disorders, particularly BPD, have proven to cause more severe daily functional impairment than some of Axis I disorders, including major depression. BPD shares many symptoms, especially histrionic, narcissistic, schizotypal, antisocial, and dependent personality disorders of other personality dysfunctions. However, BPD distinguishes itself from other distortions in the constellations of autodestruction, chronic feelings of vacuity, and desperate fears of abandonment. BPD's main characteristics are impulsiveness and agitation in comparison, self-image, and moods. These behavioral patterns are prevalent, usually starting in adolescence and persisting for long periods of time. The diagnosis is based on the following 9 criteria according to the DSM-5-TR and is generally accepted in the world. An individual must show
Sample complete. Ready to continue?